Really happy to be here, Terry.
And what do you think of it? Would you like our facility?
It's amazing. And I'm really proud of you for what you've done here and what you've done for the local community around this area.
That's great. Why don't you greet the people and tell them who you are? And
Hello.
tell them the last time we met.
Oh, gosh. Well, this is my Uncle Terry. He's the brother of my father. And the last time I met him was 25 years ago at my wedding. And I've come over from Australia now because I immigrated. And I made a point of actually coming to see my uncle, and I'm really happy.
So you've come a long way to see me.
I've come the other side of the world, Terry.
You've travelled all the world to see me.
The other side.
But was it worth it for the breakfast that you just got?
It was delicious.
Apart from the cappuccino that you shouldn't have ordered, you should have asked me.
A cup of tea always goes down.
And I would have said, in that kind of greasy spoon, it's not normally a real cappuccino.
No, cappuccino shouldn't come out of a packet.
I could take you to a restaurant where you get one.
Okay.
Or a nice place, but places like that, seaside, greasy spoons. Not really. But apart from that, nice English breakfast day.
Oh, beautiful.
Phenomenal.
You can't beat it. Something that would stick to your ribs. That's what I like.
Exactly. We've got a comment here. Can you see that? Beth Cresswell, good morning.
Oh,
hey,
hi, Beth.
Beth was a member of staff with us. She was a work placement for 6 months. She did amazing. We met with her this week. She's moved on now.
Okay.
But she did great. She's been trained up in all kinds of stuff, youth work, housing. Tell us what else you've been trained up in the thread, Beth. But I was with her this week, and she's saying, good morning. So good morning, Beth. We love you. We appreciate you. And you're always welcome. Give all of Tumo and come and see us on a Sunday morning. Where you've been, Starcombs Village Hall. It'd be great to see you there. We've got some great events and meetings coming up. And of course, food bank, clothing bank, lots of giveaways. You know what we're like. So thanks for jumping on. Please like and share the broadcast. She's currently training in childcare, which is good.
Oh.
So we're just totally helping people. And we're very proud of you, Beth. You've done amazing. And she made the point of, we did some big events. We did a big event all over Derbyshire, but we did one at Buxton at the spa, Crescent Spa.
Yeah.
It's one of the most beautiful places I've been in the world. I think they spent 70 million on it recently. So it's like Matlock was built on industry and spas because of the hydrotherapy and the thermal springs that spring up here. And they refurbished this a couple of years ago. It's the most beautiful place.
I'll have to pop in and say hi. Man,
it's heaven on earth. We love it there. And Beth made it all the way from Belper to Buxton, like when, it was very difficult coming out of lockdown and all that. And she made it there and she made it somewhere else. She did really, really well.
Well done.
And for that, she did great. It shows tenacity and pushing through, and it kept her job.
Well, she's looking after the next generation in childcare. So
exactly.
But yeah, we're really proud of you. Well done.
So that's great. So, welcome, John.
Well, your hospitality is what brought me over here.
This is it's a 3 TV set studio, really, because this is set 1.
Yeah.
Set 2 is behind there, and set 3 is there.
Okay.
But we've used one of our cameras. We've got 2 cameras here, DSLRs, but we've used another one that we do live events from. So we do exactly the same streaming through these packages. We use Ecamm Live and Restream, which are connected to each other, and then it streams across all platforms.
Oh, wow.
So at the moment, we're speaking to LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube.
Totally global then.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Global and across all platforms.
Yeah.
So...
you've done really, really, really well. I'm impressed with the setup here.
Yeah, well, we love it here. We like it here because we moved here just before the lockdown or in the middle of it or whatever. And we had a smaller place. We had one about a quarter this size, which was good to start with because the Wi-Fi is super fast. It's got its own pipeline coming in.
Oh, wow.
So it doesn't go through anywhere else. It's mega fast. So that's why we came here. And then this came available. So I thought, yeah, this is great. Because we launched an academy in here as well. So we teach and train education from here. And even in the lockdown, because we were key workers, we could do pastoral care on the doorstep, food bank, a bit like Uber Eats for those who are challenged.
Oh, beautiful.
And then we'd do events in here, so hence the chairs.
Yeah.
So you can get about 20 people in here. And then we'd broadcast the academy as well, because you're allowed to gather as for educational purposes.
Yeah.
So every which way we could get through a hole, we did it.
Uh-huh.
So that's good. So why don't you tell people what's on the walls, John?
Oh gosh, it's like walking into a museum. All these impressive photo clippings from the newspapers from a long time ago, and the CDs from all the music industry and the Fury family, and just letters of thank you from Buckingham Palace, Boris Johnson. My God, it's very impressive. So,
and this is all local stuff. Can you see this? Church charity salutes our community heroes. That was in the Buxton Crescent Spa.
Okay. Yeah.
That was in one of the best and biggest venues in Derbyshire, if not the UK. Amazing. And we packed it out. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah. That was packed.
Packed.
Yeah.
And we gave all community awards out there.
Uh-huh.
And this is all stuff. Well, all these here. That one's from Woking, Surrey. All the rest are from Derbyshire.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
It's good to have Michelle Louise Bridger on. Blessings, Michelle. Good to see you. We've got some phone cards for you. So those are at the hall waiting for you. I know you're going to be with us every other weekend. Just let us know when you're coming. And this is my nephew, John. Why don't you greet the people, John? Tell them what you do. Tell them what you do now.
Oh, what do? I work in Australia. The equivalent of the RAC. So just National Breakdown Service. If somebody breaks down in their car, I'll just go out and either change the flat tyre, get the car going,
charge the battery,
whatever it needs. I help them, which then they can go and carry on with the rest of their lives happy, I suppose.
That's good.
Yeah.
And you qualified as a mechanic in Eckersley, didn't you? I think you did an apprenticeship and they kept you on.
I certainly did. It was actually a YTS.
A YTS, Youth Training Scheme. Yeah, I remember
that?
them. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That's what the government...
About £23.50 a week.
At 23.46.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, very close.
I was close.
Yeah, and after the first year, the government was paying the YTS. So after the first year, they said, "Do you want to carry on?" And I said yes. And the employer said, "Oh yeah, we like him." So I got taken on as an apprentice then.
I remember. And how long did you work there for?
5 years.
5 years. Wow.
Yeah, and then I went travelling the world, seeing different countries, and spent a year in Australia. And
where did you travel to?
Where did I travel to? India, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia.
So really a lot of Asian countries.
The majority I basically flew into Sri Lanka, then went to India, then flew across to Thailand.
Yeah, and was this money you'd saved up?
Money saved up, yes, and it is quite cheap when you do go into Asian countries. It was back then in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then I kind of run out of money by the time I landed in Australia, so I had to get a job there. So,
what did you get a job doing?
I did lots of jobs. I digging gardens, pulling pints, or schooners they call them over there, or just as a waiter in a cafe. Whatever anybody needed doing.
I was working as a waiter in a cafe bar.
That's when I met you. No,
Don't you want me? Is that what Nisha sings to you?
Oh, no, she doesn't say that.
Was you working as a waiter in a cafe bar when you met her?
I think I was actually.
See?
Yes. There you go. And now I'm come from a land down under where women smile and men chunder. That's what they say. But I've come over here because my nephew's getting married and just meeting up with friends and family, and this is number one.
But have you met up with all the family?
Not all of them.
Because I think you're going to get messages, John.
No, I'll not get messages.
I think you are.
No.
I think you'll get second-hand messages through people.
Yeah.
Why didn't he come and see me? Well, it's exactly the same distance for you to see him as it is him to see you.
And if you don't trust it, Google it.
So us Eckersleys to other Eckersleys and Baileys, come on. He's gone to Australia. I've travelled the UK and the world, so people want you to go to their doorstep. Come and see us, you ugly things. No, we love you, really.
We love them all.
We love them all, but come on, really. I'd go and see like 20 family members, and then I'd get a message. How come you never come to see me? Do you know what I mean? Whinge. You know what I mean?
She'll be right, mate.
And before I turned my life around, it was like, tell him to keep away. Do you know what I mean? So anyway. So welcome to the UK, John.
Well, thank you very much.
And what do you think of Matlock?
Matlock's for anybody who's never been to Matlock, get down here. It's a beautiful part of the world. Quintessentially English. Rolling hills and the Peak District, Derbyshire, beautiful.
Where else would you live? Amazing.
Sydney, Australia.
Sydney, Australia, yeah. But that's city slicker, isn't it? I mean, I like cities, but I also like rural. And I like being rural and the pace of life here and just how beautiful it is. And then going into cities and shaking cities.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, just coming into these, it's good for your soul.
Good for your soul, man.
Yeah, you see all the nature and everybody seems to smile and give you a bit of a nod and a wave.
Oh yeah, beautiful place.
Yeah, some of the big cities can be, even though there's a million people, it can feel quite isolating.
So John, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay, well.
So,
is there a prize at the end?
There might be. So you lived around the you lived firstly at First Lane and a bus went through your house, a
Correct.
single decker.
Yes.
Do you remember?
I vaguely remember it, yes.
Yeah. So your dad came downstairs and there was a bus in the front room.
Yeah, and nobody flagged it down.
No, exactly. He didn't have his thumb out the window.
Yeah, there was no parking sign, but...
So you was there, that happened. And so then you moved to Irefold Estate.
Correct.
Around the corner from me and your grandma.
Yeah, and for those people that don't know, it's a council estate in a place called Lee.
Yeah, Greater Manchester. And so you live around the corner at Stirling Close.
Yeah, absolutely.
We lived at Royal Drive.
Yeah.
And so, and then I went a little bit off the rails, didn't I?
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
A bit of a wobble here and there.
So, from where I was then
yes,
to where I am now and what I'm doing and what I've done, what do you think of the change?
It's almost like saying the difference between England and Australia. It's the complete opposite side of where you were and where you are now.
Yeah.
And to be quite frank, not Frank Spencer, to be frank.
Yeah.
The family used to be a bit ashamed of you because you was a bit of a toe rag.
Yeah.
And now we're all extremely proud of you. You've turned your life completely around, and I'm happy, and everybody else seems to be.
Yeah. So I'm like a brand new person, really.
Polished, like your head.
Brand new person, but same personality. A brand new person.
Yeah.
Really.
And
so I would have been dead, really, wouldn't I? Or spending a lot of time in prison.
There was a couple of times where I thought you were.
Yeah.
And just nobody had heard from you. And when we did see you, oh my good Lord.
Yeah.
You looked about 90-year-old.
Yeah.
And
skinny.
Skinny's not the word, like a pipe cleaner.
Like a pipe cleaner, yeah.
And something obviously happened in your life. Turn you around.
Well, I had a powerful experience. On Irefold Estate, a guy kept telling me about Jesus and everybody else.
Yeah.
And I listened to him, I had respect for him. And then one night, I allowed him to pray with me and for me, and I committed my life to Christ. And really, from that moment on, there was always like the hounds of heaven chasing me. I always bumped into Christians.
Not the hounds of hell.
Not the hounds of hell anymore.
Yeah.
And then 8 years later, I had a very powerful experience where the whole room lit up, and I knew Jesus died for me. That all my sin, everything I'd done wrong, John, was totally forgiven. And I'd got a brand new start. But my heart had changed. So I couldn't even do wrong if I wanted to do it. I had a conscience then. And then my heart got bigger. As I got filled with God's love and the message of the gospel. And then I had a very powerful experience where all the mental scars from the years of drug abuse were totally healed.
Oh, cool.
In a moment like that.
Yeah.
And the power of God filled me. I was weeping, sobbing, and I knew that I was totally healed. And from that moment on, really, to this day, I felt the presence of God in a new, real way. And the mental scars that had controlled me and pulled me into drug abuse and I was full of anger and I had no peace. I was always restless.
Yeah.
From that moment on, I had perfect peace and I slept like a baby.
Oh. Well, I know from seeing with my own eyes, that is exactly true what you just said.
Yeah.
You were quite literally at death's door.
Yeah.
And now you're Full of life.
Full of life,
Vibrant.
Zoe life, the
Yeah.
God kind of life, abundant life, John 10:10. And it's great. And I'm 60 now, and look at me. People think I'm like 45. They think I'm younger than you, John.
I know, they keep asking who's
I
your...
know. I'm actually older than him, and they think that he is my uncle.
What can we say? Oh.
But don't forget, I've lived clean for 30 years now.
Oh,
So
give
don't
me a fist bump for that.
don't drink, don't smoke.
No.
Of course, no drugs.
Yeah.
No toxic thinking, no unforgiveness, no bitterness, no resentment. I'm totally free, John.
Oh.
And it's an amazing place to be.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
It's totally phenomenal place to be.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen anything yet.
We're only just beginning.
We're only just getting going.
Yeah.
We're only just getting going, folks. Come on.
Yeah.
So, lovely video from Jackie Barbette Shields. Blessings, Jackie. We pray total healing on you, because she's got on her thread there, long COVID hub. Well, if you're suffering from long COVID, we pray total healing and blessing on you. And drink some lemon juice with water. Lemon juice and water is very good for post-viral stuff.
That's what they say.
Medically proven.
Yeah.
We're not just talking old wives' tales here. Medically proven.
To cleanse the toxins.
Yeah. I would like to send this to my son. You can send it to him. Send it him through Messenger. In fact, everybody who's on, like, comment, let us know where you're tuning in from. Share because you care. Send it to your son right now through Messenger. It's really easy to do.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. And the thing is, how many people spam you in Messenger? How much junk do you get and crazy videos? So send this video and you'll encourage people. And if you're on YouTube, like it and send it through WhatsApp. And like, subscribe. We've got some great things coming up. We've got a great meeting coming at Church Sunday, and I'm ministering. My message is believing for big things. Big thinking, big praying, and believing for big things, and then stepping into big things by faith. So I'm going to continue that series. I've got a new book coming out as well, and it's called Cutting Edge.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I'm excited about it. It's about living on the cutting edge. It's about getting back your cutting edge, because people, they can like think, oh, well, when I was 32, I was full of energy and power and I could do things. Or when I first got married, it was all fresh and vibrant. Or I had vision for my life and whatever, but I've lost my cutting edge. Well, the book is about getting your cutting edge back and then keeping it. Staying on the cutting edge.
Yeah.
And it's powerful in business, life, marriage, even sport. I was telling John about when I met John Fury in prison in 2014. I went in there to minister and share my story, my life story.
Yeah.
And that book I've given you, Born Ready. And I ministered and I prayed for all these people. There was like hundreds of people at an outdoor event in this prison. And I prayed for John Fury and he said, pray for my son. I said, what's his name? He went, Tyson Fury. Like I should know him. Well, nobody had heard of him in 2014, but 2015 everybody had. And now John publicly thanks me for the help I've given him and the family, and say they wouldn't be where they are today without my support.
Respect.
That's pretty powerful, isn't it? So you too can influence world shakers and history makers. In fact, you never know who you're speaking to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Or who you're with, or who they're going to be.
Connections that they have.
Exactly. So it's good to be an encourager of people and put courage in people.
Yeah. Positive thoughts, positive actions.
Exactly. So, anything else we should talk about, John? What do you think?
I don't know. I'm just really happy to just be here. And
be here. What's it like going live across all platforms across the world?
It's a little bit overwhelming, but I feel in your presence that you've helped me.
You're doing well.
Oh, thank you.
See, all you need to do is forget the cameras and just talk to the person there.
What cameras?
Most people get scared of an inanimate object with one eye.
Yeah.
It's like the
Like
biggest
Charlie.
fear. Yeah, lots of people,
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Yeah, we've just been to a restaurant where everybody's called Charlie, haven't we?
I think it's called Charlie's. Yeah, Charlie on.
On the t-shirt. I thought they were all called Charlie.
Yeah.
Or is it because they work there?
Probably.
Like Costas or
Yeah,
Starbucks?
that's it. Not everybody's called Costa at Costa's.
Okay, well, good catching up with you all. We love you. We bless you. I'm going to do another few more videos as well on cutting edge. And I'm going to import the video, the promo video, into here so you can see it.
It's coming.
But we love you. We bless you. And it's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from him.
Blessings. See you all soon.
Bye.
Ciao for
now.
now. And you can send this to Nisha, can't you?
Yeah, of course I can.
And all the family.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Tell your dad how much you love him. Will you send it to your dad?
Or
Is he not on social media?
No, if he gets a computer, I'll send it to him.
Yeah, but your brothers are and sisters and everything.
Yeah, I love everybody. All my family.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay. See you later.
Blessings.
Bye.
And stay on the cutting edge. You'll hear more from us soon. Ciao for now.